Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you for coming on time. You didn't have to call the chief resident to tell you you were running late. Anyway, for guests and family, I am Dr. Deborah Brennesel. I'm the program director for our internal medicine residency program here at Icahn School of Medicine, Mount Sinai, New York City Health and Hospitals, Queens. And I'm welcoming you to our 29th commencement exercises. That's 29 years that we've been affiliated with Icahn School of Medicine, Mount Sinai. And we are pleased to present to you our internists who have completed 3 years of training here and are moving on to new chapters in their careers, and our preliminary residents who are in white, who have completed 1 year with plans of entering advanced training in other fields and other programs. This is called the commencement because it's a beginning, it's not an end. You have acquired the experiences and skills needed to practice independently and to enter training programs that will enable you to specialize or subspecialize or to practice medicine internal medicine without supervision. Most importantly, you have learned to be lifelong learners in a field that is constantly changing in science, technology, and in applications. You begin your new journey with skills no book or professor can teach: communication, compassion, empathy, altruism, and respect. Since March 2020, you have witnessed a healthcare crisis seen only once a century. You have sacrificed and risked your own lives to care for those infected with COVID-19. You have communicated with families who could not visit their loved ones, and you held the hands of those who died despite all the efforts that we had. Hero is too small a word for you. It does not come anywhere near the true honor you all deserve. Hopefully the worst is over and equilibrium will be reached and the world will learn to live with COVID-19. Yet it will always be part of your fabric, woven into your training during this pandemic. It has made you stronger and more resilient. It's taught you how important it is to embrace life and your loved ones, to invest in wellness, and to take care of each other. So in your journey, there will be many roads to choose. Some will be easy and some will be difficult. Some will be fascinating and some will be mundane. The ultimate athlete philosopher, Yogi Berra, said, "When you get to that fork in the road, take it. What is most important is that you keep traveling, keep learning, and building on experience and feedback." And finally, author Robert Louis Stevenson said, "It's a better thing to travel hopefully than it is to arrive." So you are continuing to travel and grow. To our graduates and current residents, may you always travel hopefully. I'm going to invite our chaplain, Jude Zimoha, to give us a convocation.
First of all, invocation, and then we pray. To our dear graduates, the class of internal medicine students, the year 2022, today is a very happy day for all of you, your families, friends, and for the numerous persons who helped you to succeed. Graduating as a doctor of internal medicine is really a big deal because it took each and every one of you so many years, counting from your years of medical school and then the years you added for your residency program to reach this graduation stage. Those many years were also accompanied by conscious efforts and hard work. And I wish to remind you that all your efforts and hard work have now paid off. The chaplains in our dear Queen's Hospital Center join a host of others in congratulating you for your well-deserved success. Happy graduation day to you all. And now I invite all of us to stand so that we can commit into the hand of Almighty God the graduating class. God of grace and mercy, we have gathered together as families, administrators, mentors, community of friends to celebrate and rejoice with the graduating students of internal medicine, the class of 2022. It is our humble request, Lord, that you would bless each and every member of this class. Most importantly, Lord, we desire that you would be with us throughout this ceremony. Almighty God and Father, you created the human body with infinite wisdom. In your eternal design, you have chosen this class to join a host of other doctors to watch over the life and health of all sick persons. They are now most ready to apply their knowledge and skills to the duties of the medical profession. Support them in these great labors, that they may benefit humankind. For without you, not even the least thing will succeed. Inspire them with love for their patients. Do not allow the thirst for profit, ambition for renown, and admiration to interfere with their profession. For these are the enemies of truth and can lead them astray in the great task of attending to the welfare of their patients. Preserve the strength of their bodies and souls, that they may ever be ready to help all people, irrespective of visible differences. In the sufferer, may they see only the human being. Enlighten their minds that it may recognize what presents itself, and that it may comprehend what is absent or hidden. May no strange thoughts divert their attention at the bedside of the sick, or disturb their minds in its silent labors. Grant that patients may have confidence in them and in their skills, and follow their directions and counsel. May they be humble to listen and take instruction from their colleagues, and grant that the success and fulfillment that go with their profession may be their joy. We make this prayer in the mighty name of God. Amen.
Before we proceed, we're going to show a short video. I'll introduce the video, and it was actually presented to the doctors who won the Doctors' Day Awards for New York City Health and Hospital. One physician was chosen from each institution. Our physician who was chosen is Dr. Prampreet Bakshi, who's our Associate Director for Department of Ambulatory Care and one of our Associate Directors of the program. But the message, I think, goes out to all of you. And so I have permission to show you this video, and we'll take it away.
Dr. Allen, Dr. Katz, and colleagues, I send you warm greetings and profound thanks for all you have done and continue to do in confronting the deadliest pandemic in our lifetimes. My name is Tony Fauci, and as the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases at NIH and the chief medical advisor to President Biden, and as a practicing physician, it is a great privilege to speak to and recognize all of you in New York City health and hospitals for your dedication and your heroic work. I would like to share with you some remembrances of other heroic doctors and medical providers facing a pandemic almost too terrible to imagine. One said, quote, "The acts of heroism of some of our doctors will never be known. The devotion to duty while those nearest and dearest to them were dying was worthy of an epic I am unable to write." One doctor, whose two brothers died the same day, said she would be willing to die if she were able to save the mother of 8 children who had aborted and had pneumonia. Another lost a brother, and another a fiance. End of quote. These are not the words of a pandemic blogger, but of Dr. Mary Buchanan, a physician who was treating patients during the 1918 influenza pandemic. She and her contemporaries compared the tidal wave of sick and dying patients to the ongoing World War I, a colleague adding, quote, "It was truly like the rush of the wounded from the field of battle," unquote. 104 years later, many of you have been called on to face a tragically similar challenge, the COVID-19 pandemic. And you have faced that challenge bravely, nobly, with skill and courage, and with honor. Many of you gave your utmost, even while families and friends were ill or dying, and when exhaustion and despair was but one step away. At the epicenter of the early pandemic, a grateful nation saw that true heroes are not only those fighting in the fields of battle, but like those of you at New York City health and hospitals, also on the front lines of a deadly pandemic. I want to thank all of you for your remarkable efforts, the lives you saved, the suffering you prevented, the comfort and caring you provided, and the dignity you showed and preserved for others will never be fully known nor recognized. That is the fate of healthcare providers, to give to those in need when they are most in need, to place the lives of others before our own convenience, and to keep going as long as sirens sound and people come in hope that you will receive them. We are now in the 3rd year of COVID-19, and we really do not know where the pandemic will ultimately go. Will it die down and become endemic? Or will it flare up in another deadly wave? Will our emergency rooms and hospitals and clinics and community outreaches become overwhelmed again? No one can say for certain when the pandemic may reappear, but you have shown the country that you will be ready. You and the many medical and health providers in New York and around the country and the world have shown us a modern version of true heroism. In closing, I thank you humbly for all you have done, and as we say to our soldiers in uniform, I say also to you, thank you for your service.
So remember, he's speaking to you as well. I'm going to invite our current Deputy Executive Director, Mr. Calvin Thomas IV, to give some remarks from the New York City Health and Hospitals Queens administrative staff. Mr. Moore gave his responsibilities to Mr. Thomas, and we welcome you.
Thank you. I didn't know I was following Dr. Fauci. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Calvin Thomas IV, the Chief Operating Officer here at Queens Hospital. It gives me great pleasure to welcome all of you to our annual commencement ceremony for this year's internal medicine residents. I'm very excited to be here with you to revel in this moment and acknowledge the impressive achievements that brought you here today. I'd like to acknowledge Dr. Louise Chavez, who is our keynote speaker, Dr. Jean-Bernard Poulard, our Deputy Medical Director, Dr. Abigail Babala, our Chief Nursing Officer, Dr. Tamara Cabranova, our House Staff Orator, and Dr. Brennesel, our Director of Ambulatory Care and Program Director. Today, we honor a unique and diverse group of individuals who are bilingual, multilingual, and represent numerous countries of origin. A group of dedicated professionals who have worked tirelessly to make a difference in our community and our city, who are proven ready to meet the extraordinary challenges that await them. You, the graduating class of 2022, are truly reflective of the patient population and community served by our hospital. Each of your new internal medicine physicians has completed their training in one of the most demanding and culturally diverse teaching hospital environments, not only in New York City, but all of the United States. As you've navigated the path that brought you here to this day, all of you have acquired a deep understanding of cultural values inherent in the patients you have treated and will continue to care for in the future. This knowledge, which can only be gained from hands-on experience, will enable you to provide culturally responsive and patient-centered care, both of which are priorities not only within public health systems, but in healthcare settings and facilities throughout the world. More importantly, you have succeeded in completing this leg of your journey during the most difficult periods of our city and our nation's history. The environment created by the constraints of the coronavirus pandemic has opened the door for an additional layer of stress in the performance of your jobs. But upon reflection, being in the thick of this unparalleled situation can only serve you well going forward. To be sure, the unique training and life experience you've acquired here at Queens can only make you stronger. And I would predict one of the best doctors to be found not only in New York, but anywhere in the world. All of you embody the incredible diversity that is a major component of modern day healthcare. And Queens Hospital has provided precisely the right kind of training ground for what awaits you. You've been seeing how whenever a patient enters through our doors, no matter where they come from, Egypt, Colombia, Pakistan, Nigeria, or even South Korea, there's a doctor on our staff from that country who understands its culture and can communicate in that patient's language. And that's what makes our system special and something to be replicated and lauded. Every day, we are carrying forth a powerful mission that is to serve all who come through our doors, regardless of their ability to pay. And we are counting on all of you to fulfill that mission, to live that mission to the best of your abilities as you progress toward the next steps of your path in the field of medicine. And in closing, I want to offer you my sincere congratulations for what you've accomplished thus far and what you have yet to achieve. I wish you well, and I am confident that you will succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Thomas. I now welcome Dr. Vincent Rizzo, Director, Department of Medicine and Associate Program Director, for remarks. Dr. Rizzo.
Thank you. So first, I want to start off by saying congratulations. When I was thinking about the graduates, you guys really are a unique group. You're the last group to know the hospital before COVID hit. You're also the first group to live through COVID for 3 years. And wow, what a 3 years you lived through. Patient after patient, surge after surge. All of you, each and every one of you, stood strong in the face of adversity. And you all put your patients first, their well-being, their lives in front of yours. And that's something to say. You may have bent because it was really tough, but none of you broke. And you should all be extremely proud of what you achieved in the times, toughest of times, in the face of adversity. So I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but I have 3 pieces of advice for you to move on. The first thing is that you are ready. You are more ready than you realize. I know moving into a new role, it's going to be hard, it's going to be scary, and you may doubt yourself. But remember what the old Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Harold Wilson, once wrote: "Courage is the art of being the only one who knows you're scared to death." You are going to be leaders, all right? And you will take what you learned here and you will stand strong. Your first day in a new position will most likely be difficult, but you have not shied away, and I am confident you will not do it now. The second thing I'd like to leave you with is it is your job to question everything. You are physicians, but you are also scientists, and you're also thinkers and leaders. You are there for a reason. Anyone can follow headlines, read the top story in New England Journal or JAMA, and say, oh, let me do this. But only a truly talented physician would read an article, understand and interpret its methods, and then realize what, if anything at all, is truly applicable to practice. Too often, physicians fall victim to groupthink, but I know you all are better than that. It was René Descartes who said, "If you will be a real seeker after truth, it is necessary that at least once in your life you doubt, as far as possible, all things." Question authority. Nietzsche went on to say, "A thinker sees his own actions as experiments in questions, as attempts to find out something. Success and failure are for him answers above all." Do not be afraid to fail, because that's how we find out how to succeed. Finally, be disruptive. Don't accept the status quo. You all have the talent and the ability to make things better, but that only happens if you're willing to go against public opinion, because most people are afraid of change. You are leaders of the future. People are usually happy and content where they are, even if they don't like to admit it. You will lead us to the future. It is your responsibility to do so. The mathematician turned philosopher Bertrand Russell once wrote, "One should, as a rule, respect public opinion insofar as is necessary to avoid starvation and to keep out of prison. But anything that goes beyond this is voluntary submission to an unnecessary tyranny and is likely to interfere with happiness in all kinds of ways." So be you, be unique, develop your own style and make it work. Find better ways to do things and then spread it. Everywhere you can, tell it to anyone who will listen. As physicians, you are leaders. Now is your time to go lead. Thank you and congratulations.
So he's the one that causes all the havoc here, right? He gets all of you to come to me to complain. No, that is the substance of innovation, is to question and ask, is there a different way and how can I make it better? So thank you, Dr. Rizzo. I'm very happy to introduce our keynote speaker, and I don't have his whole bio, but I will tell you that Dr. Luis Chavez is a friend of Queen's for many years. He emigrated from Colombia, South America, after getting his medical degree there, and was trying to navigate the system, managed to get an RN and practiced here as a nurse on the wards for, I don't know, Luis can tell us how long, but it was the residents who came to us to say, hey, this guy should be a resident with us. He knows what he's doing. He's a great nurse and he'll be a great doctor. And we said, well, he's been out of school for so long. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway, we took him and Luis did an excellent job. So excellent that we made him a chief resident. He matched for an endocrine fellowship. We couldn't keep him back in New York because his family loves upstate New York. But one day we hope we'll get Luis back. But I welcome Dr. Luis Chavez. Dr. Chavez.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is an honor to be here today. I'm so happy to be back home.
So they can take your picture too.
All right. So thank you very much for the invitation, Dr. Brennesel, Dr. Rizzo. And a lot of nice things have happened to me in my life, in my career, in my professional work. And a lot of great things have happened here at Queens Hospital. I have to say, Dr. Brennesel, Dr. Rizzo, they have changed my life. But I must tell you that none has meant more to me than your very generous invitation at this very important time. So thanks for letting me share this with all of you. It is my pleasure to congratulate all the new graduates in internal medicine, and congratulations on your outstanding achievement. I was sitting there 6 years ago in the same positions that you are right now, but I have to tell you that 20 years ago, June 14, 2002, I was sitting in an airplane landing to JFK. First time in New York at age 33. So I graduated from medical school back home at age 25, and I worked as a general practitioner back in Colombia for 8 years. So when I came here in 2002, I was 33 and I didn't even know how to say good morning in English. So I came by myself. I left at home my 2 children and my wife, my mother. And so with that profile, so I really, there are no many options. So I started working in a restaurant. I stayed there for a few months.
Ask you to stay in the camera.
Thank
Holly's been tracking you. Okay.
So after working in a restaurant, a few months after, I found a job as a medical assistant in Jackson Heights, Spanish community. So great place for me. So I started working as a medical assistant, and then I started going to take English classes at York College in Jamaica. And I was there for a year taking classes. But quickly, like 6-9 months later, I brought my wife, my 2 kids, my mother, and we all fit in a small studio in Jackson Heights, making $9 per hour. So I had to find another job, right? So then I found another job as a phlebotomist at Goldwater Hospital. I met Gabby over there when I was a phlebotomist, and I stayed there for 4 years. So working as a phlebotomist, working at the same time at Jackson Heights as a medical assistant. And then I had a great opportunity by New York City Health and Hospitals Corporation. They released a program for foreign physicians wanted to become an RN. So they only have 20 spots. It was like 50 physicians who applied, and I was able to get enrolled in the program. So I went to Lehman College in the Bronx, and I got my bachelor in nursing, and I became an RN. And the best thing that happened was I found a job at Queens Hospital, right? So and I started working here as an RN. I worked for almost 7 years here as an RN in step down, telemetry unit, some shifts in ICU. And I met this great family. And like I say, Dr. Brennesel, Dr. Rizzo, they changed my life forever. I was able to match in internal medicine. And I took my steps. I passed on the first attempt, and I matched here at Queen's Hospital. So I ended doing a residency training in internal medicine. But I have to tell you that the hardest part of my life being here was, when I brought my two children, 6 months after having, my daughter here, age 4, she became very sick and she developed a meningoencephalitis. She was in the hospital for 4 months. She was in 3 hospitals in New York City. And at the end, we took her in August. In October, they sent her to a rehab hospital in Bayside because she lost all her functions. She was, bedbound. She couldn't talk. She couldn't move. She couldn't do anything. And we just here for less than a year. I didn't, like I say, I always had to get an interpreter to communicate with physicians everywhere I go. So thank God, little by little, she started recovering her functions. And in a few weeks after being in the rehab center, she started opening her eyes, she started moving a little bit, she started walking a little bit, and she fully recovered after a few months. Her neurologist was he said, I don't know what happened to her, but I don't know how she got cured. So anyway, now she's been successful. She and my son, they both graduated a couple of weeks ago. She's a graduated major in business, and he graduated in graphic design. She actually moved here back to Manhattan. She's working for Univision right now. And so after doing my residency training here, I was able to match in endocrinology at University of Rochester, which was my first choice. So I did fellowship for 3 years, and then I decided to stay. It's a nice place. So I got a good job, and I've been working now for 3 years at Rochester Regional Health. So I wanted to share this with you, and I brought this to you because I want you to always stick to your goals and achieve your dreams, go beyond expectations, don't stop, take leadership steps, and make a successful outcome. Let me reassure that you have made a good choice. You have made a spectacular choice by choosing internal medicine. Especially here at Icahn School of Medicine, Queen's Hospital. This specialty is going to give you great moments, great memories. You're going to be able to establish long-lasting healing relationship with patients. This is going to be very rewarding. I would like to take the opportunity to invite you to think about endocrinology. For those who, I'm no bias, right? but for those who haven't chosen, I see, congratulations. I see you go to very good places, you match in a very good programs. Congratulations. But for those who are still thinking, think about endocrinology. And I invite you to join the Endocrine Society and join this innovative global community focused on improving patient care, shaping effective policy, and ensuring the future of our field. Throughout the year, you will have the opportunity to participate in campaigns that support endocrinology research, care professionals, and patients. The Endocrine Society is calling on Congress to pass provisions that would lower the price and consumer cost of insulin. The Endo Society is urging Congress to help researchers recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, restart their labs, and continue making progress on important research that was interrupted by the pandemic. There are several policy options that Congress could implement, ranging from allowing government negotiation of the price of insulin to other policies that would lower out-of-pocket costs for people with diabetes, such as copay, caps, eliminating the deductible, and cost sharing. The most important thing is that Congress acts now to address this issue and work on a solution that can be passed because people with diabetes cannot wait any longer for help. You should feel very proud for what you have earned today. COVID-19 is here and changed our life. Even though your time here at Queen's Hospital was complicated by this global pandemic, this class of 2022 accomplished much in the face of adversity. COVID-19 was a challenge for the entire world faced. We lost a number of our citizens, patients, family members, friends, co-workers. But you, Queens Hospital residents, persevered and showed resilience, fortitude, strength, intelligence, and skills for which Queens Hospital residents are well known. You found a way to overcome those challenges and became stronger. Now you are ready to take the next chapter, no matter what you do. Hospitalist, primary care, specialty. I'm so proud of you and the entire Queens Hospital, including the attendings, nurses, all the staff on this special day. Queens Hospital is a very special place to do a residency training. As you know, our patients, the diversity, the community we serve, again, our nurses, attendants, and all the staff make this place a very unique hospital in the country. I have no doubt that you are going to do great. All of you are highly capable physicians who feel an obligation to go to the community and make the world a better place. We have the knowledge and skills to help others, to heal others, to cure others. And that's going to be our duty. Class of 2022, I say, well done. This is not the end of Queens Hospital story. You are now a permanent member of this extended Queens Hospital family. I'm so proud of your accomplishments. Congratulations on your outstanding achievements, and thank you very much for this privilege.
So example of perseverance and excellence, and we can't be prouder of Dr. Chavez, but obviously he's also very proud of you all. There are some other remarks that we want to invite staff to come up and give congratulations. One is our Deputy Medical Director, Dr. Jean-Bernard Poulard. Many of you know Dr. Poulard because he is our colorectal surgeon, but he's also Deputy Medical Director. Dr. Moshepour, our Medical Director, is unable to be here, but extends her congratulations.
Good afternoon, graduates. Congratulations to you all. And I bring also congratulations from Dr. Moshepour and the Sinai family. Congratulations to your parents and your spouses, your children, and all your community of support that has been around you during this journey. Now, I have one question. Are you the guys that I gave a notebook to during initiation when we were doing, was that for you guys receive a notebook that you were supposed to write the most important things that happened to you during those 3 years? Nobody wrote anything, no time. All right. Now, I have one confession to make. I had prepared some remarks, and right at the door, Dr. Rizzo told me, I hate it when Dr. Poulard comes before me because he says everything I'm about to say. And you know what happened? He was right, because he said everything that I was going to say. But that's because, our mind thinks alike. But I do have a couple of things because I knew that was going to happen. So I said, let me go off the beaten path and talk about 2 or 3 things that I find that you can think about as you progress. One of them, we talk about professional differentiation, being a professional and doing a fellowship. Now, what does a fellowship do? It makes you knowledge narrower and narrower and narrower. So the more you specialize, the smaller area of expertise that you've gone, but when one door opens, another closes. So you get further away from the general knowledge, because then, you don't have enough time to do all. But I say, when that happens, remember, you narrow your professional and academic focus, but as a human being, you should always try to expand your knowledge and acceptance of everything around you. So keep those academic focus narrow, but the human being part, you need to open it up and make it wider so that you can embrace the whole world around you. Now, we talk also about equity, which is the word that other people have used. But equity, just to define it so that we're all on the same page, it's just giving everybody the opportunity to achieve the health that everybody else aspires to. Other things that stand in the way of equity are your education, your financial resources, where you live, where you come from, the color of your skin. All those things may affect the opportunity for you to receive the care that every human being should be entitled to. Just pay attention to that and do not let those factors, I call them social determinant of health, come in the way of providing the care that every human being should be able to receive. The third things I want to mention is that from lack of information and facts, remember when we had to go to the library and dig through the cards and the books to find the information we're looking for? Now it's the exact reverse. There's so much of it out there, good and bad, that it's almost impossible to know which one you should adhere to. And a lot of the previous speakers have spoken about continuing your education. Because right now you're at the peak of your knowledge, but there's so much available that is there. And as Dr. Rizzo mentioned, you need to curate that. That's why any expo you go to, it's not everything that you see from the artist. Somebody select those that are relevant, that really tells the story of what that author or that artist was trying to express. And you need that. You need a curator for the information. You can be the curator too, if that's what you choose and you have the time and the knowledge to do it. But there is good and bad information. And attached to that is that another theme that Dr. Rizzo mentioned is question authority. When you start looking into the scientific evidence that forms the basis of our profession and our knowledge, a lot of it is really not that strong. It is your job to find those weak areas that we practice on and make them stronger. Discard those that do not make sense. A lot of experiments that are done in the 40s and 50s with crude methods can be repeated with much, much better instrumentation, better understanding of the research process so that we can get true answers. And believe me, there's a lot of things that are in practice. And I tell people always ask the why, the how, the why is it this way? So your curiosity should always be there. Cultivate your curiosity. And finally, I have nothing else to add that hasn't been said before. So I really want to congratulate you on this journey. I know that people talk about your experience during this past 3 years, and I just pray that the sky will open, a rainbow will shine, since you're already diverse, so you're already a beautiful rainbow, and then you'll enjoy sunnier days after the AIDS epidemic, or this COVID epidemics. You see, I'm dating myself because that was what affected my residency. But you know what I mean, and I certainly wish you the very best in your future endeavor and hope that some of you will come back and be mentors and faculty for the next generation. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Bernie. Thank you, Dr. Poulard. I now don't see it on the Oh, yes, you're here. Dr. Abigail Babalal is our Director of Nursing and Patient Care Services. And since nursing and the physicians are so intertwined, we wanted Abby to come and have some remarks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Well, graduating class of 2022, congratulations on this milestone in your career. You have made it through such a rigorous program at Icahn School of Medicine, Mount Sinai, in affiliation with Queens Hospital Center. And as the leadership of nursing, as the Chief Nursing Officer, I have no doubt that you will continue to impact lives, impact departments, impact care teams, and healthcare institutions. Based upon the knowledge and expertise that you have gained over the past 3 years at Queens Hospital Center, on behalf of the nursing department, I would like to say a special thank you for all the shared work responsibilities and each of your abilities to demonstrate problem solving and share decision making about your patient's plan of care, which you have provided in collaboration with our nursing team here at Queens Hospital Center. If there's one advice that I will give you today, it is to build healthy communication relationships, not only with the nursing team, but the interdisciplinary team, wherever your future take you. This will enhance the care that your patients receive. There was one particular study by an author named Annalisa Bender, which was titled Physician and Nurse Relationships, a Key to Patient Safety. And it's about the importance of the provider to nurse communication. It states, nurses who are intimidated by physicians do not contact the care provider as quickly for a patient condition change or consult with the physician as readily to clarify any medication order or treatment plan. The study elaborated collaboration between physicians, nurses, and hospital administrators is the only way a healthy work environment can be attained. The study ended by saying, it is the responsibility of each group to begin the conversations that will improve patient safety barriers. I would like to challenge each of you as you step into this next phase of your career to cultivate healthy communications with your teams, the medical team, the nursing team, and the interdisciplinary teams. Graduation class of 2022, I will close by saying, build healthy relationships with your team members.
That went out. Thanks, Abby. Okay, I want to now invite our House Staff Orator, PGY3, and graduating resident, Dr. Tamara Kurbanova.
Thank you so much. My name is Tamara, and I'm PGY3 graduating resident. And I want to thank you, my class, for electing me and to give me this honor to represent you. As I told you before, I'm not going to grill anyone today. I just want to thank you because I grilled everyone for 3 years, and I want to give people some break. First of all, I want to thank you, all our family members, our children, our husbands, our sisters, brothers, parents, grandparents, all those who supported us endlessly through this very tough journey. My husband probably could buy his own airplane if we calculate all the money he spent traveling from Michigan to New York for the last 3 years. But thank you for being here today. Thank you, Dr. Brennesel, for letting our family share this joy. I am from the big family of 6. As you understand, it was not easy childhood. I came to United States as Dr. Chavez. I didn't speak English, and I opened the first book for USMLE and spent 6 hours translating one page. I was like, I will put the book back. My sister said, maybe it will take more than 6 months for you to take USMLE. Maybe you want to think about any other career you want to do in your future, because it's probably will easier to get new degree. So I thought for a week, and then I realized that I don't want to do anything but medicine. So I came back and spent 6 hours for one page, and then 5 hours for one page, then 1 hour. Then I didn't need to interpret anymore, and I started teaching in English for the medical interpreters, and later I started to work in research at Yale University. At the day I matched to the residency program, it was the happiest day of my life. I cannot describe how happy I am, how happy I was that time. But all the hardship I went through did not prepare me for the hardship that was coming. So it was really tough journey, physically, emotionally, and especially it was hard because when you came and you see all these brilliant interns in your class, already well-rounded doctors, Nadia, Matt, Sophia, all you guys. So I felt the competition was really, really hard. And I was so stressed during my first year. And then Dr. Tomarison gave me actually great advice. She said, residency is tough. There is no need to be miserable. Try to find joy during this journey. And I did. In my second year, I found joy in the friendship, in my classmates, in you interns, PGY2. You all amazing people, and I'm honored working with you. I really appreciate you being in my life, all your support, all your kindness and care you give me, and I gave to you guys back. There are a few things that I will really miss about this hospital, and you are a major part of this. I will only not miss now emergency room, but I really was thinking, should I bring this example or not? But I really want to bring it. It was my second year and new rotation as the MAU resident. And one of the doctors called me and said, "You have a patient here with respiratory failure. He's on BiPAP right now. Please give you a team." I said, "Okay, it sounds reasonable." I was not prepared and gave team before I actually saw the patient. But I went downstairs to evaluate, and the room is dimmed. I was like, oh my God, this is so nice. They're probably taking care of the patient, and for the comfort, they dimmed the light. Wow, amazing. So I'm speaking with the patient. He's talking to me back. I completed my evaluation, and then I said, "Do you mind if I will do the physical exam for you?" And he said, "Yes, please go ahead." So I put my stethoscope and leaned forward to him, and I literally froze. I froze because I saw probably 2 million lices crawling all over the patient with the big clumps. The patient was the sweetest patient in the world. Of course, I was shocked a little bit, came outside, and the nurse says, "Oh, doctor, you're already itching." Yes, I actually am right now itching. So I needed to go change my clothes and continue with my shift. But yes, absolutely, emergency room is something. So, few more things. When I started residency as the pregnant intern, I thought the most difficulties are gone. When I had delivery and the baby was healthy, I came back to ICU. I thought now I will enjoy my intern year because I had all easy rotations to the rest of the year. And then COVID hit it. So there was few things that I will remember, not just the hardship and stress that we want to. I remember one of the days we came to the hospital and it was 20 RRT and codes announced the same time. And we really didn't know where should we go. We ran to one room, seeing team working there. We passed that room, ran into another room, and ran to another room until we'll find the room where no one is there. So we were trying to help that patient. I also will remember the day when we were all saying goodbye to the Army nurses and physicians. And it was saddest day in the residency because they became part of our team, our residency, our hospital. They were amazing people with great support that they gave us. And I remember that we were standing in front of the hospital and giving them a hug, making pictures of them, and we were so sad that when they were leaving. And we learned through this process to optimize our resources to work when we are dying from the fatigue and tiredness, and we learned how to support each other. And I am really grateful for this journey. I want to thank Dr. Rizzo and Dr. Brennesel and our amazing Sukaina for endless support you provided, for tolerating when we are unhappy and screaming and complaining on the schedule and the coverage. But yes, you absolutely made it so much easier for us. I have few things that I want to give to Dr. Brennesel and Dr. Reza and Sukaina, and I would love if you could please come to the stage. Dr. Galab, could you please help? Thank you. Thank you so much. I want to introduce you my husband, Ahmed, new cardiology fellow.
The one
Thank
with
you.
the private plane.
The one with the private plane. Thank you so much. Dr. Branson, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
6, 4. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you for all your kindness and patience and for all the teaching and for this opportunity. And before I will finish, that would be very hard not to say all the thank you for all attendings, for being examples, great examples of the doctors for us, for teaching us, for correcting us, and for scolding us sometimes. And also, I'm thinking that what could be the graduation without those who taught us endlessly and taught us everything they knew. They might didn't know much, but they knew everything. They taught us everything they know. And this is our senior residents, those who worked with us before, our former chief residents, and I contacted them, and they have a surprise for you guys. And yes, I would like to play it for you.
Class of 2022. Can't believe it's been 3 years already. Congratulations on a well-deserved graduation. You guys absolutely crushed it. So happy for you guys. Truly proud to have had the opportunity to work with each of you, even if only for just 1 year. Best wishes on the road ahead, and hope to see you guys soon.
Congratulations to the internal medicine class of 2022. A truly momentous and joyous occasion. You all earned it. It was an honor and a privilege to work with all of you. I've learned so much from you, and that's how I know I can say without a shadow of a doubt that each and every one of you will make an amazing attending, fellow, just all around great doctor. I wish I could thank you all individually, like Mohsen, Matt, Derek, Carlos, Akwe, Tamara, Enzo, but the one person, my favorite senior, Sophia, thank you for everything. Thank you for being an amazing senior. Thank you for being an amazing friend. And I know you're going to do amazing things. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Congratulations, my friends, class of 2022, the COVID heroes. I am so excited that you reached this step of your training. All of you earned this exciting and happy moment. Whenever I talk to patients, colleagues, or physicians about the experiences that we've gone through in the first COVID wave, I can see admiration in their eyes. I'm still using the name pin that we had as a gift during this time to remind me of hope. I am very proud of what you have done, and you should all be proud of yourselves. Congratulations.
Congratulations to the class of 2022. You have worked so hard and diligent to get to this point. Your perseverance and integrity continuously to inspire me every single day. It was an honor working with you. So happy that I get to share a little bit with you. Just wanted to remind you that as you venture the next destination of your life, please always have a place for QHC in your heart. Remember, you're QHC strong too. Okay? And one more thing, please remember to write postcards. Have a nice day. Write everything. Bye.
Class of 2019, congratulations on making it. I'm so proud to have worked with you because you're all amazing physicians. I wish you all the best, and I think you should be very proud of yourself.
I wanted to say congratulations, guys. You're our last COVID class. Best of luck to you in anything that you do. I know that you're going to do great no matter what.
I wanted to share a few words with all of you on this day. For me, it was really a great honor and pleasure knowing you, working with you since your first days as physicians. I will have to say you guys really excelled during this pandemic. Congratulations on finishing your residency, and I wish you all the best in your future careers. I really hope we cross paths in the near future. Thank you and take care.
At the summary, I want to say last few words. I'm extremely proud of all the people who matched to the fellowships. I'm so happy you found your true passion in your career, and I hope you will have joy from the youth specialty. For those who is going to proceed with the internal medicine, I sincerely believe that internal medicine program need to be evaluated not by the amount of the people who went for the fellowship, but amount of the people who decided to stay in the profession and do job that other people cannot do. Take care of the patient of any difficulty. Work on the weekends, have unlimited admissions, have tons of inpatient and outpatient patients. But you are those who will train new generation of internal medicine physicians. Please be proud of yourself. And for the fellows, in case you will not like your future joy or passion in your new fellowship, you are very welcome to come back to internal medicine. And thank you for everything.
Stay here.
Tamara Gorbanova. We would like to present you with this award that doesn't do nearly enough to represent how special you are to all of us, but it's a step.
So this is just for us to just show some appreciation. Of course, all of our seniors, we love and appreciate all of you guys. All you guys have done. You guys are all superheroes, and I'm gonna get really teary, but this is just to show our appreciation.
All right, thank you. Okay, next on the agenda is the House staff slideshow and shout outs. So who's going to come up for that?
Love you guys, and you guys rock. Good luck to you guys, and congratulations.
And a shout out to Dr. Williams. All his prelim colleagues, thank you for helping us get the best work done.
Congratulations, guys.
Don't forget your orders.
Good luck to all you beautiful people. Not literally. Congratulations.
All the best.
Congratulations, guys.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Hashtag Hot Girl Summer. No super minute. Mama Bear, we're gonna do you proud though. We're gonna keep this place clean.
I feel like the Wizard of Oz. I keep coming around the curtain, and I'm just a normal human being. But anyway, I do want to extend my thank you to all of the support staff, and especially to Sukaina and Dominique, who also got a bouquet upstairs, so we didn't have too many flowers down here. The associate program directors, Dr. Vincent Rizzo and Dr. Prampreet Bakshi. They will join me in a few minutes when we hand out some awards, which is my favorite part of the program. And I know there are many, many people that need to be thanked. I hope you've heard a lot of the names already. I'm not going to spend too much time, but thank you all for coming, and family, friends, for supporting our residents. Trying to get out of this, but I guess I have to do it until I die. But this is the 2022 poem. So for the year 2022, here is my graduation poem for you, with some alliteration and some rhyme. See if your name you'll find. I'm going to go slow because some of the names are really tough for me. I was going to do first names. I said, no, they're worse. All right. Ilyas Idris Chowdhury, Bati Laundry Chowdhury, Nayabera Mark Gernatan, Campus Gonzalez Guzman, Kan Karevich Kurbanova, Devana Banda Medina Mora, Zwetsich Zangwi Ali Feynman, Vest Hassan Ariyaratnam. I'd rather call him by his first name, but I can't. Umar Foster N. Johansson, Woodruff O'Brien Amran, Atta El Ijla and Shabnam, Lakhdar Hasna and Salam, Galab George Ayotunde, Shah Stern Coyota Koze, Al-Shaman and Aglaze, Khan Parikh and Alashri, Chong Sumbli Stanley, Siddiqui Hajiga Semi. I practiced that one. Jacob Afshak Ahmed, Shaukat Rana Javed, Baras Bati Zafar, Ricky Ranat Nassar, Enso and Sandhu, Iqbal Bongo and Bangu, Williams Taz Tan 2. I hope I did not forget about you. We're going to give some awards out. So Dr. Rizzo, Dr. Bakshi, please join me to the podium. The first awards actually are thank you to our 5 PG3 chief residents. Without you, we couldn't run the program. You worked tirelessly. You got a lot of flack. You were professional and knowledgeable, and we are going to miss you tremendously. So Dr. Nadia Chowdhury, come up. Thank you, Nadia. You can go back, yeah. Unless you want one photo with all 5 chiefs. What do you think? So stay up here. Okay. It's probably the only time you're all together, too. All right. Dr. Sophia Lakhdar. I wish I could wear heels like that. I'd tip over. But thank you. Dr. Matthew Mark. Dr. Luis Medina Mora. And Dr. Enzo Enzo. I'm not standing near the tall ones. Forget it. Yeah. Next time we have to do something about the, yeah. Yeah, thank you, Jasmine. I was going to say we need
I didn't even know what.
we need a blind. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We'll do these first. Dr. Sachmechi has a clinic, or he can't be here, but he asked me to give out the Research Award for 2022. And the best oral presentation goes to Laura Guzman Perez. Bringing this. Oh, Laura's here. Okay. It's Laura, right? Congratulations. And the best oral presentation goes to Sophia Lakhdar. If she knew she had to walk so far, she would have brought her flats. But congratulations. Every year, we like to acknowledge the highest scorers in the ACP exam, the American College of Physician in Training exam. For PG1, Dr. Usman Ilyas. You here? Yeah. For PG2, Dr. Batiyar Taz. They're all working hard today, okay. And PG3 is Dr. Rahil Siddiqui. Hmm? We have, I think, 4 awards now that were selected by canvassing our residents and our faculty. The first one is our Intern of the Year Award, and it goes to Allison Forster. Who's here? Congratulations, Allison. The Teaching Resident of the Year Award, Dr. Enzo Enzo. Thank you. This year, we divided up the faculty because we have so many hospitalists and so many subspecialists. So we have 2 teaching attending awards for the year. For the hospitalist section, Dr. Adesh Ramdas. And I haven't officially announced it yet, but Dr. Ramdas will be an associate program director and join our group starting in July. For the subspecialty group, Dr. Asad Sahabzada. He's not here? Okay. And this is a special award that we've only had for the last 4 or 5 years, and it's to honor our dear and departed Director of Medicine in the past, Dr. Lambert Noel King, who was really the epitome of humanism. I don't think any of you have worked with him, but I know some of the shout outs, and I think Dr. Chavez worked with him, but he passed away, but he was the epitome of humanism. And this year, the Lambert Noel King Humanism in Medicine Award goes to Tamara Kurbanova. I think I got all the awards done, right? I'm going to present the graduating residents now. We'll start with the prelims. I'll call you up. We're going to give you a rolled up document, but it's not your diploma. So sorry, you're not getting that yet, but keep it because it's an oath that we're all going to read together. Some of the prelims aren't here today, but I will announce them anyway. So when you come up, please stay on the stage and hold your oath so we can read it together. Dr. Rosalind Atta will be attending the Medical College of Wisconsin in an advanced program in anesthesia. She's not here today. Dr. Andrew Chung is going to State University, New York, Downstate Medical Center in anesthesia. Dr. Bhavana Devanabanda is going to Rutgers Health Cooperman Barnabas Medical Center in diagnostic radiology. Another prelim who is not here today, Fatima Hajigasemi, is going into an advanced program in neurology at Jackson Memorial Hospital in Florida. Was she here? No, she's not here. Okay. Next is Dr. Sean Jacob. He's going to St. Barnabas Hospital in psychiatry. Oh, the pictures. Sorry, I didn't even see that. Dr. Andrew Tan is going to Bay State Medical Center, advanced program in emergency medicine. Dr. Anthony Williams is going to emergency medicine at Jacobi Medical Center. There you are, Dr. Holston. You have 2 faculty members coming up. And the final prelim is, I think she's not here today either, Dr. Mahtab Zangwi is going into internal medicine at SUNY Downstate. So a couple of downstate people, but we congratulate her. All right, we're going to go through the categorical residents now. And every year I miss somebody, so I apologize, but I'm going to follow the line so I don't miss anybody. It's like multitasking. I'm losing it. Anyway, yeah, we want to tell them what it is.
So this year, we wanted to do something special because you're the first and only class to live through 3 years of COVID, and we know how challenging and trying it was. So we took a token from our military counterparts when they were here, and we created special challenge coins for all of you. So we have them here. And each of you, we gathered one of these. And it states Queens Hospital Center with the Mount Sinai logo and the caduceus, COVID Warrior. And in the back, again, Queens Hospital Center, New York's Fearless, with a Fearless logo on it. So each and every one of you have earned this. And this is something special that we felt that we wanted to give you some distinction. So thank you very much.
Right, the first in alphabetical order, the first graduating categorical resident, Dr. Mariam Agladze. Mariam is going into infectious diseases at NYU Grossman School of Medicine. Dr. Umair Ali is going into critical care medicine at Stony Brook University. Dr. Moshin Al-Shamam is going to be a nocturnist at Canton Potsdam Hospital, upstate New York. Dr. Nadia Chowdhury is going to Northwell North Shore LIJ for nephrology. Dr. Tapati Chowdhury is going to Salem Hospital in Orlando as a hospitalist. No, not in Orlando. She's going, it's Oregon, right? Oregon, not Orlando. Sorry, other side of the country. We had this discussion yesterday, how she's going across the country. I said, Orlando's not that. Okay, we'll fix that for you. Victoria Garneton is going south to Tulane University for endocrine fellowship. Missing anybody yet? Okay. Carlos Gonzalez, in case you didn't know about both names, he's also going to Northwell North Shore for nephrology. Dr. Samin Hassan is going to the Medical College of Wisconsin for endocrine fellowship. So see, Dr. Chavez, we get a few in there. Also, Dr. Zarwa Idris is going to Indiana School of Medicine for endocrine fellowship. Not here today is Derek Johansson, who is our adventurer. He's going into travel medicine and maybe all over the place. We'll see. We'll try to follow Derek on Waze or something. Where are you going? Dr. Tamara Kurbanova is going to Sparrow Hospital in Michigan so she can finally live with her family complete. Think of the airfare you will save. Dr. Hilda Coyota Koze is to be determined. She's going to let us know what her final decision is. I don't believe she's here today. Dr. Sophia Lakhdar is going to the Ochsner Heart and Vascular Center in Louisiana as a cardiac hospitalist. Dr. Matthew Mark is going to White Plains Hospital to be a hospitalist. Dr. Luis Augusto Medina Moro is going to Lenox Hill Hospital for endocrine. So we can get the taller people in the back, maybe, so we are out of the line of the light. Dr. Enzo is going to University of Chicago in cardiology fellowship. Dr. Akwe Nayabera is going to University of Texas, San Antonio for nephrology fellowship. Dr. Tracy O'Brien is going to Maimonides in Brooklyn in a critical care fellowship. Dr. Ismail Amran is going to Sanford Health, South Dakota to practice nephrology. He's already done his fellowship. Dr. Shatabdi Shabnan is going to Cadillac Regional Medical Center in Washington as a hospitalist. Dr. Rahil Siddiqui is going to West Virginia University Hematology Oncology Fellowship. And last but not least, Dr. Wan Tu is going to Sunny Friendly Medical Center in primary care right here in New York. Thank you. All right, so we can take a picture of the entire class. That's 18 karat gold. You better watch out. No. Now you can kind of move over so we can get a group picture with the caps and gowns. But the next order of business also is we're going to read the oath. Maybe we'll do photo op after that. So please unfold your oath. And I think some people in the audience wanted to share this time as well. So please read with me. I swear to fulfill to the best of my ability and judgment this covenant. I will respect the hard-won scientific gains of those physicians in whose steps I walk and gladly share such knowledge as is mine with those who are to follow. I will apply for the benefit of the sick all measures that are required, avoiding those twin traps of overtreatment and therapeutic nihilism. I will remember that there is an art to medicine as well as science, and that warmth, sympathy, and understanding may outweigh the surgeon's knife or the chemist's drug. I will not be ashamed to say, I know not, nor will I fail to call in my colleagues when the skills of another are needed for patient recovery. I will respect the privacy of my patients, for their problems are not disclosed to me that the world may know. Most especially must I tread with care in matters of life and death, and never abuse the power that has been bestowed upon me. I will remember that I do not treat a fever chart, a cancerous growth, but a sick human being whose illness may affect not only the person, but a family and community. I will prevent disease whenever I can, for prevention is preferable to cure. I will remember that I remain a member of society with special obligations to all my fellow human beings, those sound of mind and body, as well as the infirm. I will maintain the health of my own mind, body, and spirit so I am able to discharge my duties appropriately. If I do not violate this oath, may I enjoy life and art, respected while I leave and remembered with affection thereafter. May I always act so as to preserve the finest traditions of my calling, and may I long experience the joy of healing those who seek my help. By the authority vested in me by the Icahn School of Medicine at Mount Sinai, as director of the Department of Ambulatory Care and its Queens Hospital affiliate, and by the authority granted to me as program director of the Internal Medicine Residency Program by the Residency Review Commission of the Accreditation Council for Graduate Medical Education, I hereby declare you graduates with all rights, privileges, and obligations thereto. And I now declare these commencement exercises to be concluded. And thank you all, and congratulations.